What's good with y'all? So listen, something that's been something I've been hearing a lot about, something everybody be seeing, man. Like, y'all notice this in social media all the time. All the freaking time. The toxicity, man. And I'm gonna tell y'all something, like a lot of you guys wonder why relationships with women, like a lot of times they thrive off of toxicity, right? Especially in today's dating game. You know, and this is something that I don't think this is gonna change. This is something that falls in line with, that bad boy. This is something that falls in line with just the mentality, I guess, of your immature woman. Because I'm gonna be real with you, it's gonna be mostly immature women that look for toxic relationships, toxic men, and they love them. They love them. Even some quote unquote grown women do, right? And the mature women, like pretty much the only reason she's even matured when it comes to the men that she deals with, right? The only reason she's even gotten to the level she's at, the wisdom she's learned dealing with certain men, is because of the fact that at one point she was looking for those dudes. At one point she was messing with those dudes. And at some point she got burned by those dudes. At some point she got dogged by those dudes. And it's like a never-ending cycle, really. Women in general, I'm gonna be real with you. In general, women like toxic men. In general, y'all don't want a guy that you can tame. I guess it's really levels to it, y'all. It's really levels to it, right? Because you can be quote unquote a bad boy, right? And really what that is, I think women are gonna be cool with you in general. I think most women, y'all, I'm not telling you that you got to get out here and dog every woman you come across. I'm not telling you to be as the biggest, meanest dude, treat women like garbage, treat women like trash. By no means am I saying that. I am not saying that. Don't put words in my mouth. I'm not saying that, right? What I'm saying is, number one, a woman in general is going to be attracted to a man who's just about him, like a man who's a man's man. I'm not finna tolerate disrespect. I'll be cool with you, like we can have a good time, and everything. We can have a great time. But as soon as it turns into disrespect, that's when you finna see a different side of me. And it's like, when that comes up, it's like, oh, and that's, you got to get put in your place then. And that's just how it's got to be. As a man, you need to know when to put your lady in check. So when it crosses the border of disrespect, that's when it goes there. That's what a woman would call, like an immature girl would be like, okay, the bad boy, they see bad boys like, the little dope boys or whatever. They think that that's what they got, right? That mentality like that. That's as a result of immaturity. We know that, listen, you live that lifestyle before long, it's going to catch up to you, right? Most of the guys that these little immature girls view as the real bad boys, the dope boys, the gang affiliated people that, get caught up in crime and mischief, what I'm saying? They're actually not real. They didn't really have great role models as men. They didn't. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing what they're doing. So I wouldn't even put that in the same category, right? But at a higher level, we talking about toxic men. At a upper echelon of just, I don't even know what to call it, fuckery. Really. We talking about toxicity, bro. These women love, I don't know what it is. These young girls, typically these younger girls that's just out here trying to live their best life. They love toxic men. And what do I mean by man? I've been on that side. Like me, typically, I don't go for that. Like, I don't try to make things toxic, but somehow, some way, some things with some girls do turn out like that, and that's because of the lifestyle that I live. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is sometimes. You know, some women, it's just gonna be, you know, hard for them to not catch feelings. You know what I'm saying? When you, like I've said before plenty of times, when you're dealing with women and you are doing what you do in the bed, you having, you know, sexual relations, but I'm trying to keep it clean for YouTube, but like, when you're doing that stuff with a woman on and on and on and on again, it's only a matter of time until the emotions get involved, and, you know, somebody got to get hurt that way. Somebody, if somebody gets a little too serious or whatever, or, you know, they're a little too invested, it's going to happen. So that's when it turns toxic in general. I've been pretty much forced in situations like that. And what I mean by that is, bruh, like, the reason why these women love that stuff is because typically the excitement, right? The sex is just great, right? With the toxic sex, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, is some of the best sex I've had. Just to keep it all the way real with you, I really don't know. Listen, man, I'm just here to tell y'all the truth spill. I'm not trying to sugarcoat nothing. Why that is, you know, I don't know, bro. It's because of the excitement. It's because of just, you know, how it's kind of taboo, how it's kind of like, yo, man, we shouldn't be doing this here. Or like, I know you got a boyfriend that you might be taking a break from, but you didn't really break up from him, or, you know, whatever the case is. Like, plenty of times it's been where the chick has had a significant other or a boyfriend or something and didn't even let me know, right? But it was just amazing. The experience is amazing. And when somebody gets hooked onto that, right? Because a lot of women get hooked onto that stuff. That's why you see them, you know, bouncing around from this guy to this guy, but they all have the same kind of persona or demeanor. And it's like she's only vibing with these kind of guys because that's what she's used to. That's what she wants. You know what I'm saying? These women get caught up on that tip, and that means two things. And it just, they get addicted to it. You feel me? They get addicted to it. That toxicity is what, like, that dopamine. It's that dopamine effect. Only a toxic man can bring that out in them sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that honestly was more prevalent with me back in my like younger days. I'm 27, but like back in the days where it was just like, you know, passion wasn't really there. Just, you know, college and mostly females and partying. Like, come on, man. Like, you know, there was no drive there. There was no purpose, number one. I didn't really understand, you know, how big of an effect that had on me until I actually found mine, right? And that's what that does. Like, it steers you in the right direction in your life when you have that first, right? Because I still encounter plenty of toxic women. There's been plenty of relationships that I have with women that I have even now, that have, you know, it's turned a little, it's got a little off its course than what it should have been or what it should have stayed. And all I can say is, like, the sex is just good. Like, the sex has always been good. That's what keeps it there. Like, you know, it's that adrenaline rush. It's just like these junkies that get hooked on, you know, all this bad stuff. You feel me? YouTube, keeping it PG. But yeah, man, it's kind of like that effect, man. You know, I don't suggest that for you guys. I know that somebody really asked me this question, and I'm like, bro, it's a true thing, like why women love these toxic men. But at the same time, it's like, you guys, you yourselves, you need to be careful with that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't want karma coming back. Like, some guys is out here like, bro, y'all be like using all y'all game and what you learn and your experiences, and you still be trying to, you know, pipe taking women, you know what I'm saying? And listen, that's your prerogative. That's up to you, bro. You do what you want to do, but just know that it's going to just take one time, one crazy dude. Not to say that you got to be scared of somebody, but that's all it takes, is one kind of encounter like that for a guy to just go ballistic on you and maybe pull out a strap. And that might be the end for you, bro. Like, or karma will catch up in a different kind of way. You never know how it'll affect your life, but it's true, man. Whatever you want to call it, man. What goes around comes around. So I don't suggest guys going out here, oh, I love piping married women. You know what I'm saying? I just like piping girls with boyfriends, bro. It feels so exciting. Like, bro, do what you want to do, right? But what I'm trying to say is I understand why they do that, because I've been in situations like that, and I'm gonna tell you, like, the sex was great. It was amazing. It's something that you shouldn't be doing. And what happens when it's something that you shouldn't be doing? What happens when it's a rule that you're breaking, you know, or some grain you're going against? You're supposed to be going this way, but you purposely going this way because it feels so freaking good. And it feels really good to these women because, you know, they're used to guys fawning all over them, being all over them, playing the nice guy role. But when they get that guy that's just like, yo, I'm coming in here to do damage. You feel me? They want that. You know, in the back of their minds, they still want that. They might have that little nice boyfriend who just, you know, buys them this, buys them that. They need Rodney to come in there, you know, and drop it off. You feel me? So sometimes it is that situation. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying I don't think that it's going to change anytime soon. These toxic relationships, that's what you going to pretty much see. You're going to see a lot of toxic relationships if you out here in these streets. Just to keep it real with you, keep it a buck, toxicity runs the streets. And it should be a clear-cut given, but hey, some people still need to be reminded. That's why you need to really have yourself as a man, you know, locked in your frame, locked in your purpose and your passion and what you're really trying to accomplish. Because as long as that's first, you don't get caught up in all that stuff, right? Plus, I mean, in general, guys, there's so many women out here, like, every day you can meet something, every single day. You feel me? It's women at work, it's women, you know, it's women getting some gas right now, it's women shopping at the grocery store, they're picking up these giant cucumbers, and you could just pop up like, baby, you don't even need that. You know what I'm saying? You really don't need that. I'm right here. You never know. You never know what could happen. So, I mean, it is what it is, guys. You make your decision, man. Make your decisions, bro. But choose wisely. Stick and move when you need to. Keep it low key. And just, you know, play your role. Like, do what you got to do. But be smart about it.